Good day to viewers, the Colonel speaking to you live from the Grange, British Imperial YouTube Broadcasting. Today we've got a Parlophone record in mint condition. Look at that. R478 Bon Motors Parts 1 and 2. Some of the latest models not seen at the show by Tommy Handley at the Motor Show. I don't know what date of this. I think it's 1933, dear chap. I'm sure that's what Alistair said. Here we go.
Hello folks, Tommy Handley calling. Now I've parked my chassis in front of the microphone tonight, and before I get moved on, I'm going to tell you all about the Motor Show, which is held every year in a large garage called Olympia, which is frightfully adjacent Hammersmith, but a long way from China. Now I have been greatly struck by the speed of the modern car, struck so often in fact, that I have frequently been knocked down. Fortunately, every modern motorist carries a set of artificial limbs and odd fixings amongst his spare parts, and as a rule you can get patched up by the roadside without going into hospital. All that remains for you to do is to fill in your coupon, and your newsagent will give you £10 a week for life. Now I want to change gears and run over a few of the new models for your benefit before they run over you for your wife's benefit, because in the end it is she who gets the £10,000, and all you get is a harp and 3 lines of publicity in the morning papers. This year, I am told, motoring will take the form of driving about in motor cars, which will have 4 wheels neatly arranged, one at each corner, like a nanny goat, a Knox, or a Norse. Now the new wheels are quite round, though the square wheel is still popular with those people who like riding in trams. Other wheels are hemispherical or semi-hysterical or something like that. I want to give you a few misleading facts about the most unassailable models. First amongst which is the famous Rules Rhodes, which still retains pride of place. It is unbeatable, like a hard-boiled egg, and only costs a cool £3,000 or a frigid 2 and 9 down and £1,000 a week for 50 years. This year's model has a double-breasted radiator and patent leather tyres, white spats instead of mudguards, and a monocle instead of a windscreen. Common petrol must not be used for this car, only eau de cologne or toilet paraffin. In fact, it is an honour to be knocked down by such a car. In the foreign section, the most notable car is the famous Banana Squeezer, a very tutti-frutti model, covered with onion skin fabric and lubricated with licorice. It is fitted with 4 doors, a toreador, a picador, a matador, and an early door. Moreover, it can be induced to dance the tango and play a waltz on the accelerator. But I must skid on to the smaller cars, especially the Lost in Devon, the perfect pocket car. This year's model buttons up at the back and has a pleated front and a few tucks in the radiator. It is also procurable in the form of a pullover, and you can be measured for one at your local depot. In addition, it folds up at night and may be hung up on the hall stand. In the morning, it may be used as a vacuum cleaner or patent egg boiler as required. Now don't go away folks, I shall be back in a minute.
It will indeed. I'll turn over very carefully with the mint condition record.
Hello folks, well here I am again. Now the most popular car this year will be the new Pig and Whistle 4-door saloon, with the doors conveniently labelled saloon bar, public bar, private bar, and jug and bottle entrance. The latter is of course for the chauffeur. It is equipped with marble tops, brass footrails, 2 cork extractors and an aspidestro. Furthermore, it has a sliding roof for use in mild or bitter weather. In fact, it is a very stout car. When empty, it may be returned to the makers, and tuppence will be refunded. Body and coachwork are by Binge and Blotto, paintwork by Crackling and Peeling, dirty work by Crossroads, and no flowers by request. But don't forget, it cannot be used on the north side of Oxford Street after 10:30 p.m. or in the provinces after 10. Another popular model is the Piccadilly Portable, the car that has solved all traffic problems. The hood is fitted with a handle, so that if you are held up in traffic, you get out, seize the handle between the thumb and forefinger, and lift the car over the intervening traffic onto the open road. In gyratory tangles, it plays Here We Go Round the Mulberry Bush on its own gramophone and puts all other drivers out of action by exhaling poison gas through the exhaust. Now for the ladies. There is a perfectly dinky little car called the Flimsy Flannelette, upholstered in crepe de chine and trimmed with accordion-pleated pom-poms. All the girls will appreciate its patent non-leather tires, and it has a short skirt around the cami shaft. Its sparking plugs are guaranteed to attract all the gas sparks, and the winking headlight will give the glad eye to impressionable pedestrians. Well, for those who want a really cheap car and dislike motoring, there is the new washout car, on view at the stand of Messrs. Sellingham Dudds of Buncombe-on-Trent. The 1930 washout has no engine, no gearbox, no wheels, no brakes, no chassis, no eggs, no risk, and no hope. However, it has an excellent mascot in silver of a mocking pig in full flight, also a windscreen wiper and a reliable number plate. All the good points are in the upholstery, and if you want to come down to brass tacks, just sit in the dicky seat. It will seat 3 people standing, but if you want to lie down, of course you must go to bed. Now, it's no use advising you what car to buy unless you know how to drive it, how the doings function, so to speak. So I'll give you a few hints on how to become your own chauffeur. When you sit in the driving seat, the first thing that strikes you is the steering wheel. It strikes you in the 3rd button of the waistcoat. The wheel is there for wheel or woe, and is handy at lunchtime for supporting a plate of soup or for holding gramophone records. If you are fed up with this, turn to the pedals. There are 3 of them, loud, soft and balmy. You must have 3 feet to drive correctly, but if you're a biped and not a tripod, wear 2 boots on the left foot and all your driving difficulties are overcome. Well, that's all I know about cars. Cheerio, folks.
Well, thank you, Mr. Handley. Hope you enjoyed that, viewers. Thank you and goodbye.